Ahoy! I'm a sailor. And if you want to bring me into the hotel, you have to pay first.
Beautiful.
It's been written in ink. It's official.
Hello again. So I'm here at the Olympic Club. And this place has some history. It's got its own history, but it also has history for Jennifer and myself as well. When we first started dating again, I want to say about 7 years ago. Wow, time's gone really fast. At that time, Jennifer was living in Portland. She was working at the Washington School for the Deaf. I was living and teaching in Tacoma, which is about 2.5 hours away from each other. And so, as we were dating, pretty much every weekend, one of us would go and visit the other one. So it was a constant back and forth, but occasionally we would meet here in Centralia at this hotel. So this is a really, really special place for us. And fun fact, not only was it a place that we would meet, but this is where Jennifer proposed to me. Totally caught me off guard. She had made all these arrangements with the staff, and I had no idea it was coming. So right now I'm sitting in their second bar. It's the smaller of the two, and there's another one here in the building. But yeah, it's a really nice place, really down to earth. We like being here. And another fun fact, right now, this hotel, which was originally called the Oxford Hotel, is celebrating its 19th year anniversary. And so as part of the celebration, they've got free cake, special drinks, special menu items. Yeah, it's really nice, and it just so happens to be when we're here at the same time.
So, yeah, I proposed to Billy because, it was after our first year of dating. He brought up the idea of marriage. I was like, oh, no, never again. Nope, not doing it. No way.
Who said that? You? Yeah, right. It was you. You were, right. She was dead set against it. I was fine with that.
So, as time went on.
But let me say, she did ask what I thought, and, I've already been married twice myself, yep. So I completely understood her position on it, and it wasn't a problem for me. Yeah. I was fine with it. What was more important was how we felt about one another, the fact that we have this relationship. Marriage is just a piece of paper.
So,
Please continue.
So after, I quit my work and pulled up my roots and moved with Billy, we bought a house together and, all of our children, we just became a family. I thought, well, I think it's time. So I called the hotel ahead of time and made arrangements with them in secret. And we'll show you where we sat.
This table, this is where Jennifer proposed to me. So I guess you could say I'm back at the scene of the crime.
So the waitress, we had a little conversation near the bathroom so Billy couldn't see. And in the beginning of our relationship, we communicated a lot through music. We'd send each other songs with special lyrics in it. And I saved all those songs and pulled lines from each song to write the proposal letter. So I gave that letter to the waitress, and I had my phone ready on the table, and when she brought dessert, she handed him the letter. He was so perplexed.
Yeah, I nudged Jennifer and said, "The server just gave me a note. That's not normal. Is she flirting with me?"
Oh, I just want to let you know the background song right now is Terrapin Station.
Oh, Terrapin Station. Yep. Cool.
Anyway.
Right, so I open the note and I start reading it. And I'm like, wait. I have to start over. And so I started again from the top. And I realized that every line was a lyric from a song that I knew. And I read my way down the lyrics and it got to the very bottom. And it said, "Well, will you?" And I was like, "Will I?" And I look up, and Jennifer's got the ring box open. And the server, who's been in on this the whole time, she's standing there filming the entire thing. Yes. Well, of course I said yes.
Oh, I'm so lucky.
Well, and so then we had to start planning our wedding. And right away, we were both on the same page from the start.
Definitely.
Neither one of us wanted to spend a lot of money and have a big to-do with lots of people, figuring out guest lists and all of that. In fact, we decided to just elope.
We kept it a secret.
And we didn't tell anybody.
Yep.
No one knew except the two of us. Even our kids didn't know.
Oh, well, yeah, the children knew because I had asked Ruby and Tucker, "Is it okay if I marry your dad?" Yeah, we did tell the children.
You had asked, but they didn't know any of the details of the wedding, just that we wanted to get married.
That's right.
Okay. Yeah, they didn't know, nobody knew when or where or any of that. And so we decided on the perfect time and place. Mm-hmm. Now, this is pre-pandemic. But pretty much annually in the summer, I go to the Oregon Shakespeare Festival, OSF.
Gosh, so much fun there. What a great experience.
Yeah, they do amazing theater. Usually every season they have about 11 productions, and usually 5 or 6 of them are Shakespearean. Mm-hmm. I've been involved for years, mostly as a sign coach. So I work with the interpreters to make sure that the translations are right, that they are matching the time period.
And that's where David comes into the picture.
Here I come! I'm so professional! Right, and so David got involved with us because he's one of the interpreters at OSF, and he was on our team. He's a great guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
no, I don't think he was ordained at that time.
Oh, wait, what?
Was he?
No, I thought he was before.
Well, I don't think... Well...
Yeah, he was. David, is that right? Were you an ordained minister before? Yeah, I think because he had done many weddings before.
Who am I thinking of then? I must be thinking of someone else.
I think maybe we were the first straight couple that he married. Maybe, I don't know. Okay. I'll have to ask you, David.
Anyway, we decided on David. Because there was nobody
Right.
where she was in Portland before where I was.
Right. We wanted somebody who was fluent, who got the culture.
Right. We wanted somebody who could sign, somebody who understood deaf people, somebody who understood people who could hear, too.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And so when we asked him, no, you already knew that he was ordained.
Right. That's right. Yes.
Right. She already knew. Jennifer already knew that he was ordained. So when we asked him, he said yes right away.
Oh, but he had to keep it confidential.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he did a good job.
So he's at OSF that summer with us.
Right.
For the 2 weeks prior to the show that we're doing. And
Oh,
we're meeting every day and rehearsing and
friends
workshopping the show and making sure everything works. And let me think, how many shows were going on? I think there were 3 shows being interpreted that particular weekend, and each show had 3 interpreters. So there were 9 interpreters total.
Right.
And then myself and maybe one other person as a sign
was
coach.
That Alice in Wonderland?
Wait, which show?
The show Alice?
Oh, I think it might have been Alice.
I think it was that time.
I can't remember.
I think it was that summer. Anyway.
But anyway, we get together and we work really hard, but then we also take time to play and relax and have meals together and just go out for a drink and do a lot of laughing.
Right.
And let me tell you,
good job, David.
Didn't spill the beans at all. And the funny thing was, the team that he was on, he was working with 2 female interpreters. Can I say their names? Or is that okay?
Oh, yeah, yeah, go ahead.
Ann Del Vecchio, who's been one of my favorite interpreters for many years. She was the interpreter there when both my children were born. We've been friends forever. And Pam Parham, also one of my favorite interpreters. So creative. Oh, crazy, but creative. And we work hard, we butt heads a lot, but Pam does amazing work.
And I think that group of 3 interpreters plus you is called the Dream Team. They are amazing
together. Very creative team, and we don't take shit from each other. We get in there and we work. But so we're hanging out, and Pam and Ann are on their thing about, when are you 2 going to get married? When are you going to finally do this? It's about time, isn't it? And I was like, well, we're thinking about it. Yeah. In the back of my mind, I'm thinking, well, it's going to be happening in just a few days, actually.
Yep.
And the whole time, David just sat there and was like, didn't say a word.
Bravo. Great performance, David.
Yeah, great. So once we had done the production and we left OSF, we got a place at Callahan's Lodge. It's in southern Oregon in the mountains right before you cross over into California. It's this rustic lodge, and they tend to host a lot of weddings there because they've got a big space for it and back. It's really pretty.
Sweet people
Good
there.
people there.
Yeah.
So once we got done, did David rent a car?
No. Remember, he joined us. David joined us.
So he rode with us.
Yeah, and we drove up
and
there.
then we got him a room, and we had a room. And then the next day we got everything set up. And we'll actually show you some of the pictures and video clips from our wedding. Just a few of them. So you can see David officiating. And it's just the 3 of us. Yeah, it was a beautiful, simple wedding. And thank you, David. Great job.
Yes.
Yes, you rock.
We love you. It was just beautiful.
And then after that, we told everybody, and were people pissed. Our friends were like, how could you not tell me? Why didn't I get invited? And we just were like, well, sorry about it.
And the story goes. Yeah. It's our 7th year of dating, anniversary
almost
year
3
this
years
month.
married now. Boy, time flies.
And now, after COVID and everything, we still like each
and
other.
love each other.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. Thank you for being my adventure partner. Oh, and it's, since we've been together, life has been so full
we are
and
constantly
fun
on the
and just
go.
wow.
But not enough. We need to do more.
Thanks for coming along for the ride. Oh, what a long, strange trip it's been. Doom, doom, Terrapin.
Terrapin Station.
I think you're my Terrapin.
She has arrived.
Yep. Love to all of you. Mwah.
Well, this was certainly a long time coming, wasn't it? You two didn't go directly from point A to point B. You traveled paths, went down rabbit holes, had scenic byways, and took your sweet time, but finally, here we are. I'd like to share a traditional Native American blessing with you. Although it doesn't have anything to do with buffalo, sorry. I did think about it, actually. I was tempted, but ultimately decided not to. Now you will feel no rain, for each of you will be shelter for the other. Treat yourselves and each other with respect, and remind yourselves often of what brought you together. In this way, you can ride out the storms when the clouds hide the face of the sun in your lives, remembering that even if you lose sight of it for a moment, the sun is still there.
Gosh, that was so pretty. Yeah.
Permission to seal your love with a kiss.
Yeah.
Woman, ride down the line. Wait, hang on. Pause, time out. We have a tradition. But before you do that, allow me to introduce Billy and Jennifer Seago. Married. And you have your tradition, but I have a surprise for you. The jumping of the broom goes back centuries and appears in many different cultures. The bristles can represent wiping away your old life and starting out fresh together. The handle points upward and represents a connection with a higher power. And the ribbon shows the beautiful ties that bind your lives together.
Right down the line.
This bathroom is so cool. I have so much fun turning all the faucets on.
Oh, so warm. This is an actual pot-bellied stove.
Wolf, the villain of every story.
Let's go!
I bring pizza and beer. Mmm. See Roy Gardner up there on the wall? He's an interesting character. I did some reading about him. There's a lot of history. So he was incarcerated a number of times. And apparently, one of the times he was captured, he was down in San Francisco, and they were bringing him by train from San Francisco up to Tacoma to McNeil Prison. The marshals had him handcuffed on the train, and he told them that he needed to use the bathroom. But apparently he had prearranged with somebody else to have stashed a pistol in the bathroom. And so when he came out, he was armed, he was unhandcuffed, and he handcuffed the marshals to the train, and then he took off. And it sounds like he actually made an escape from a train on 2 different occasions, and one time was actually not far from here in the hotel in Chehalis, a town that's just around the corner, basically. But after he did that second time, he showed up here at the Olympic Hotel and had bandaged his head up, like this picture shows, in an effort to deceive the townsfolk, because there were wanted signs all over town saying wanted, dead or alive. So he had wrapped his head in bandages and was staying in the hotel, and he told people that he had been in an industrial accident and he had gotten badly burned. But one of the employees was suspicious and recognized him, and sure enough, called the authorities, who came and arrested him. And I don't know if that actually took place in this room, but in 1921, Roy did stay in this room. And then he was brought to McNeil Prison for the second time. But then not long after he got there, he escaped again. So apparently he was really good at getting away. But yeah, there's a lot of history in this room from Roy Gardner. It's very interesting to read about. Now, he died around 1938 or something. He ended up dying by suicide. He was down in San Francisco, and he was in a hotel, and somehow he managed to seal the door, make it airtight. I don't know exactly how he did this, but then he had put a note outside the door that said, "Danger, do not enter, poison gas, call the authorities." And what he had done, the way he decided to end his life, was he had a canister of acid, and he dropped a cyanide tablet into it and then just breathed deeply until he died. Yeah. Welcome to the Olympic Club.
Hello there. Here's some bloopers for you. Some of our videos are captioned, as you know, and some of them have voiceover work. So I am currently hiding in the bedroom because I need quiet. Living with a deaf person, some people think, oh, your house must be so quiet. Wrong. Also, when you go to record, I swear, the neighbor dog decides he's going to have a bark fest. The other neighbor is going to mow his lawn. David's had a whole crew of crows meeting outside his window with the crows. Or his neighbor decides to mow the lawn. Or the cat decides to groom themselves. Whatever. Anyway, as I'm doing my voice work, I'm listening to David and the files he sent, and I edit that into the video. Oh my God. Every time I die laughing. So I'm going to include a few bloopers for you of David and his amazing work. Hope you enjoy.
Had a room, and the next day we got everything set up, and we'll show you some pictures and clips from the video, or from the okay, cut there because I goofed. I'm going to start around 1349 and just start back with David rode with us and go from there, because I forgot the English language for a moment. Clip 10, take 1. The very final one, welcome to the Olympic Hotel. I'm trying to get to the time code. Sorry about this. Oh, because I'm going the wrong direction. Fuck. All right, it's 23:28. Welcome to the Olympic Club. I don't know how to say that. Welcome to the Olympic Club. Welcome to Fantasy Island.
I'm just wrapping up my voice work. It's not the neighbor mowing the lawn. It's Billy that mowing the lawn.